Hi, habari zenyu wazee. Today is I have a very sad story that I really wanted to share with you guys, and there are things that have been happening here in Germany which is not very good, and I've always wanted to share it with you from last week, but I was sick, I was not feeling good, and that's why I've decided to share this thing with you guys. And it's a really sad story. So let me go straight to the point. It is like this. There is an incident that happened here in Germany in a town called Ludwigshafen. Yeah? Ludwigshafen, if you don't know where it is the biggest town around it is Stuttgart. Stuttgart is famous for Mercedes-Benz or Porsche, this kind of cars, And it happened that people are saying it's a Kenyan Somali, even though the media is saying it's just a Somali. A Somali from Somalia, not just a Somali from Somalia. But I've got some friends who live around that place, and they're telling me that guy was a Kenyan Somali. And this is what happened. This guy was having a relationship problem with his girlfriend, or I don't know. I don't know if they were living together. These are things that we don't know. What we know, he was a refugee, and they were having a problem. So I think that girl kicked him out of the house. And when that girl kicked him out of the house, and when that girl did it, this guy couldn't live with that. So there's some of us, we can just move on and everything and forget about the girl, but this guy couldn't live with that. So what happened, this guy came once to visit his girlfriend again, but his girlfriend didn't open up the door. So when his girlfriend didn't open up the door, this guy became somewhat of mad or angry or something like that. And I can say it was something like the God was saving that girl, because that guy was armed with a knife. He was armed with a knife. It seems like his intention was to go and kill that girl. But that girl didn't open up the door. So this guy went amok on the streets. He went amok on the streets and started stabbing each and every person he met on the street. And in this process, this guy killed 2 Germans and injured a lot of people. This guy, after killing 2 German guys, he did a very crazy thing, really, something very mad. He cut the arm of one of his victims and threw the arm into the balcony of his ex-girlfriend. I mean, cutting a body part, an arm, and then throw it into the balcony of his ex-girlfriend. I find that is mad. That is really insane. And it needed the police to come and stop him, and the police had to shoot him to stop him. And he's lucky he didn't die, because the police just stopped him, disabled him physically, but he's still alive, he's in a hospital. But 2 guys are dead, and a lot of them are injured. And the way I'm talking this thing, because these things has been happening time and again in Germany. But if you go through the statistics of these people, the people who majority do these things are East Africans. East Africans. And when I mean East Africa is Kenya, Somali, Eritrea, Ethiopia, Uganda, Tanzania, everything. But most of these things are done from people from 2 countries in East Africa. That is from Somali and Eritrea. I'm sorry to say that, but that's statistics don't lie. And they are there. And it's very sad, It's very sad because it's a problem not only to East Africans and everything, or it's not giving East Africans only a bad name. It's something that now each and every African, is being seen as a bad person. There are no people who love their countries like Europeans. This thing I can tell you, Europeans love their country. And when they see such like things, what they first say, our people are being attacked in our own country, with people who are coming here as refugees, who are paid for, because refugees are being paid, they are being given some money, small money, they're being given clothes, they're being given a place to stay, everything. The only thing is they are not allowed to work. But they're getting what really they were not getting in Africa. So when a German sees this, the only thing he thinks that our country, our people are being attacked. They love their country and they love their people. So the thing is, me as an African or any other African who's living here, when you walk on the streets, they just see you as a criminal. They just see you as a murderer. They just see you as the next thing, you are going to run amok and kill everybody. And it's not good. It's not good for us as Africans. I don't know if any one of you saw the interview that what they call this guy? Yeah, Kanye West did at Drink Champs. He said one thing, and it's true. He said if a guy stops with black people, and one of them is having something illegal, the police will not only take out this one person who has something illegal, maybe drug or guns or firearm or everything like that. No, everybody in the car is a criminal at that time, and that is mostly black people. But if a white person, they are caught in a group and one person is caught with a drug, firearm, they only pick this white person out. And it's a fact. It's a fact. Right now, this thing that happened in Ludwigshafen, it's not anymore that it was a Somali, it's not anymore that it was somebody from East Africa, it's Africans. It's Africans. And let me tell you why I'm telling you this thing. I'm telling you this thing because it affects you also you in Kenya. It's affecting even you in Kenya. Maybe you are planning to come to Germany to study, do anything, or visit a friend or everything. It makes it more difficult for you to get a visa. These people are making it more difficult for you to get a visa to come to Germany. And that's sad. That's sad. Maybe you want to come to Germany only for business, you have a good intention and everything, and then all of a sudden you can't come to Germany because they are afraid of us. And I can understand that they are afraid of us. And these are things that have been happening, not only this in August time, these are things that has been happening. It has been happening, and it's only people from, what they call this thing, from these 2 East African countries, Somalia and Eritrea. It was back in, let me check it over here. Back in 2010, it happened in front of a disco here in Frankfurt. There was a guy from Nigeria who was in a disco, and what he was doing, he was having a good time with some 2 European girls and everything. So after this guy was leaving the club, when this guy was leaving the club, around the corner, he saw the same girls were being harassed with 2 guys from Eritrea. So, it's normal. I mean, if you see some people, somebody harassing girls that you know as a man, you try to protect those girls and tell them, hey, what's up, man? So this Nigerian guy went there and asked those Eritreans, what's happening? Why are you harassing these girls? So in between, a scuffle started. So one guy from Eritrea pulled out a knife and stabbed the Nigerian in the middle of his heart. In the middle of his heart. The guy died. He died. However the case were, I don't know, but that Nigerian lost his life like that, just because he wanted to ask why are they harassing these two white girls. Okay, the story goes on. In 2018, in a town called Wetzlar. Wetzlar is a town in Hessen, somewhere near Gießen, not far from Frankfurt. I can say 60 to 70 kilometers away from Frankfurt. So there was a misunderstanding between two Eritreans. Inside the town, daytime, where kids are walking, women are walking with their kids and everything, people going shopping, people doing just their daily business. Nothing. Something that you can just, if you have a problem with it, just turn away and come ignore him and go away. What happened? One of the Eritreans, pulled out a knife and stabbed the other Eritrean in the middle of his neck, and the knife stuck in that guy's neck. That guy died. So imagine these kids who saw these things, who are walking with their moms and everything, doing some shopping. Yeah, what kind of psychological, what they call these things, psychological effect they went through? Just tell me. What kind of, I mean, I think up to now, if they open up their eyes, they just see a knife stuck on somebody's neck. Man, what's that? Okay, the story goes on. In 2019, here in Frankfurt, it was in the central main station where the trains come in and everything. It was the start of the school were closing and everything, and people were traveling to go visit friends and everything, and I mean, just normal business. Then one crazy guy from Eritrea, what did he do? That guy went into the platform and pushed a woman and his kid in front of a running train, in front of a running incoming train. The woman managed to save herself, but the small kid was crushed to death. And they were all white people. They were all white. So how do you expect, if I walk out as a black person over there, what will the white person think about me? Yeah? And by that time, I can remember I was walking. Sometimes I could go to the central station to look for a train. When I was walking into the platform, people were going away from me. The white people were going away from me as if I am one of those people who are pushing people, because they don't know. They don't know this guy is from Eritrea. They don't know this guy is from Kenya. They don't know this guy is from what they call Ghana, Nigeria, everything. They just know Africans pushed a woman, a white woman and a white kid in front of a running train, yeah, and the child died. And that's very sad. That's really very, very, very sad. This is very sad. So the story goes on. In 2021, yeah, in a town called Wolfsburg, that's a town near Nuremberg. I mean, it's between Frankfurt and Nuremberg. It's a small town, not very that small, but it's not a world town, a metropolitan or something like that. A Somali guy went amok with a knife in the city center. He just went amok and started to stab people, stabbing anybody who was coming across him. He killed 3 white women. 3 white women were dead. Just imagine, for nothing. You did nothing. You're just walking on the street, just going on in your business and everything, buying, doing some shopping, everything, bustle and hustle, and then somebody comes with a knife and starts to stab you for nothing, and you did nothing. You don't know the person, he doesn't know you, everything. Man. And this is very sad, because this thing is not only, is not now only to do with the people here. If you live here in a European country, it's not, they're not talking about Somalis, they're not talking about East Africans, they're not talking about crazy people. They're taking Africans are taking away our people. Africans are coming here and taking away our people, and this is making it more harder for you as an African out there to come over here for greener pastures. They're making it hard for you people. It's very sad. Just like it happened in Ludwigshafen. This guy was having a problem with his girlfriend. And maybe his intention was to go and slaughter his girlfriend in that house. That was why he was having a knife, but that guy didn't open up the door. Now, he was just going after everybody on the streets. And he killed two innocent people. But why? If you know, just give me a comment over down there and tell me why is it only these two countries who are doing these things here? Tell me please, just write down there and tell me, because I don't know why. Maybe it's because the country, they've seen a lot of, I don't know, I can't tell you. Maybe they're coming from a failed state, maybe they went through a lot in their countries and everything. I don't know why these guys are doing these things, and it's very sad. I've tried to find out the reason why they are doing all these things, but I don't know. It's really very, very, very sad. Just imagine you are going to the city center, you're doing your own business, nothing. Maybe you are looking for a job, maybe you're just going there for a shopping, maybe you are going there for an interview, maybe you want to meet somebody, maybe you're just going there to have some drinks in a restaurant and eat something good and go back home. And then unfortunately all over there, you don't come back home, you're dead. And not because you fought somebody you knew or somebody you have a beef with, somebody you don't know came out with a mess and started stabbing people in town. And these are things that are happening here. And mostly from Africans. Yeah, I'm African, I know. But mostly from Africans. And not Africans from West Africa, not Africans from West Africa, not Africans from North Africa. It's only Africans from East Africa. And from East Africa, two countries, Eritrea and Somalia. I don't know whether it's Mira, right down there. Maybe it's Mira, I don't know. If you think it's Mira, right down there. I don't know if somebody doesn't know Mira, this is the kind of herbs that they chew to make them high. It's illegal. It's illegal here in Europe, but in Somalia and Kenya it's legal. So they try to smuggle it here, and they still chew it here. I really don't know. It's very sad. And this is the kind of story I wanted to share with you guys, because I think it's something that you people out there, you should know. And if you have anything that you think maybe it's because of that, why these two countries, why is this happening, or anything, please write down a comment down there. Tell me why, tell the people why. Maybe one day we'll solve this problem. And I say ciao, have a nice day. Thank you very much. This was Culture 808 Germany, and please, if you haven't subscribed to our channel, please do subscribe and push up the bell and everything. We got a lot coming, and a lot of love from Germany. Thank you very much. Peace. Ciao.